lovely human. Welcome to Little Flower Tarot, your floral oracle. My name is Krista, and for tonight I am doing a channeled message, simply a message from the divine. What do you need to hear right now? I'm not doing the typical pick a card reading. We're just doing a one-off message for those who feel called to hear it. And before we get into it, I do want to mention my Patreon. I'm 1 month into my Patreon. So for my Patreon, I am going to be offering 2 in-depth pick a card readings every month, along with 1 longer, in-depth, infinite prayer, guided visualization, and Reiki blessing. So the Reiki blessing in particular was really beautiful. And with the readings, I am going to do one that's more externally based, like what you're manifesting, what you're creating, and what you're envisioning for your life in the physical world. And then the other reading is internally based. It's about what you need to shift internally, your spiritual journey, your connection to the self. And the Reiki blessing is actually correlated and comes right along with that internally based reading. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, if you'd like to be supported by me on a monthly basis in that way, I would love to have you over there, and there will be a link down below for you to check that out. I am really excited to see where it goes. I just kind of realized that once the Patreon got started, I'm feeling much more empowered to really make a difference in your life, whoever may come to, be in my energy, in my space, and feel resonant with it. I'm really feeling called to make an actual difference, to feel like what I'm doing has an impact. So with that Patreon account, I feel like I can really do that and be supportive, and I can, let it flow and let it turn into what it wants to turn into. And it could be more interactive and more of an intimate space. And I'm really excited. I'm definitely curious to see where that takes me and takes us. But yeah, so I think we're going to go ahead and get into the reading for tonight. Or today, whatever's going on, whatever time of day you're listening to this. But for me, this is tonight. It's actually maybe 12:30 or 1 in the morning. Yesterday, or today was October 2nd of 2024, which was a solar eclipse we had today. It wasn't visible from where I am in the United States, but there was a solar eclipse today. It was the second of 2 eclipses. We've kind of been in eclipse season here. It was in Libra, and it was a really beautiful day. I had a shiatsu massage, and the energy just was nice and calm and quiet. Unlike the first eclipse we had, it was a full moon eclipse. It was like a month ago, and that was everything was shaken up. But I think it's a good sign when eclipse season ends on a positive note and feels just calm and peaceful and flowing. I feel like I must have done my work. So I don't know why I'm sharing this journey with you, or this story with you, but yeah, let's get into your reading. So I pulled a card from the Herbal Astrology Oracle. I'm intending for this to be an overarching theme, but I might even pull a couple more from that deck, so we'll see. But you got Rue. So these are all types of herbs in this deck, and you got number 4 with Rue, and it says protection. The key word is protection. And there is a beautiful lion with, I'm assuming what Rue is. I've never heard of Rue. And then there are 2 angels, guardians, guarding the lion. And for some reason, I'm thinking of Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, and that's probably not a coincidence, because I really feel like Archangel Raphael has been present lately, and I'm always calling on Michael, so those are the 2 I'm thinking of. And what I'm getting from this card and what it's invoking, especially with the number 4 being here and with the lion and the red color, it's more sacral colors here. It's this feeling of security. It's this feeling of finding yourself in a place where you feel trusting in who you are. You feel like you're in touch with your instincts. You're in touch with the truth and the goodness and the purity of who you are. You can trust yourself to protect yourself. Ultimately, you can trust in the inherent protection of your being. And with the angels above, yes, it absolutely protection. It just feels very like I've gotten myself to this place this new plateau, this new sturdy foundation I've found myself on, and it is protected. This is my new status quo, my new baseline. It's this feeling of just deep security and rootedness. So really beautiful. I'm excited to, it feels good too. Like this reading feels very grounded and secure, but also protected and light, and like those angelic energies, that light, beautiful frequency, but also that grounded, like it's still tethered to the earth in a good way. All right, so I'm going to pull a couple of more cards from this herbal astrology deck, and then we'll dig a little deeper. I've also got the Woodland Wardens Oracle, and then I have the Starseeker Tarot. So a couple more. Oh, they don't want to come. Maybe I don't want to pull. They're being kind of stubborn. Okay, that was much better. Okay, and then we've got Kava Kava, number 48, with Community. And number 40 with Magician, Ginseng and Magician. All right, so I just want to point out that the number 4 is in all 3 of these cards. We've got 4, 4, 4, and then 8. So this I would take as with 4, 4, 4, 8, and even there's a 0 in the 40, but I would take this as the abundance you are creating or you have created is secure. You have secured something in the physical world. You've secured an attitude or a mindset or a way of being that is going to attract you abundance. Like it's this feeling of whatever energy you've gotten yourself to, or whatever state of abundance you've gotten yourself to in the physical world, you won't fall below it. So it's this feeling of I've secured something in my being and it will never go back to the way it was. Again, that message of that new foundation. Okay, and then I looked at the bottom of the deck, and it's a similar card to this one. Well, it's actually 49. We have 48 and 49. And this is psilocybin with commune or commune. Again, with number 4 on the card. I'm going to leave this over here on the side, and we'll see how that plays in. All right, and then a couple of cards from the Woodland Wardens. Yeah, especially with the Magician, how I was saying, like, you've secured something that you're manifesting, like some level of abundance, whether that be an abundance of material resources, an abundance of love, an abundance of feeling secure in your own being, an abundance of mental health, like mental security. It's just this feeling of I have everything I need and I always will, and it comes from within, and I'll always know that, and I'll never feel that sense of lack or feel that sense of impoverishedness, like poverty in a way, like poverty of spirit or poverty in the physical world. I will never feel that way again. I've found myself to a place where I will not allow physical circumstances or illusion to push me into a state of spiritual poverty. All right, so I'm going to pull 2 of these, and we've got the Finch and Peach with Romance, and the Martin and Foxglove with Mischief. It's feeling like a playful energy coming through. It's this feeling of life is meant for play, life is meant for fun, and this security like that you've attained, this place that you've gotten yourself to, this secure place, this grounded place, this new plateau, in whatever realm of life you've been creating it. It's this message of now that you've gotten here, I want you to know that you can truly trust that this is secured for you, and you can put your faith in that, and you don't have to be so hyper vigilant. You don't have to be so controlling around it. Maybe controlling energies might have served you at one point, but they're unnecessary from here on out. So you're safe to let go. You're safe to trust in the deep security of your own being. Trust in the deep security of the love and the spiritual protection that you are a part of, and that's always been here for you. It feels as if you've been on a journey where you have been clearing away old energies that kept you held back in cycles of, I'm just getting this feeling of breaking through a barrier, and the breaking through that barrier was extremely difficult because, and this feels internal. I mean, everything is internal and external, so everything mirrors. So whatever it is you're manifesting, for me anyway, I know this is how I work in my manifestation journey. When I'm wanting to manifest something in the physical world, it is directly related to my healing journey, how I feel about myself, how I want to make a difference in the world, my soul's purpose. So it's all directly related to each other. So I tend to manifest in this holistic way that it's like, okay, I put the intention out there. I want to make money. I want to create this wealth and this abundance in the physical world. I want to make actual money. Well, then the divine starts to take me through this deep healing of childhood wounding that seemingly has nothing to do with money. But it's kind of that feeling. It's like I'm seeing this breaking through a barrier. And I just want to put your heart at ease that if you feel like the work you've been doing internally is distracting you from the external plans that you've had for yourself, or the manifestations that you've been intending to create, the truth of the matter is that healing work is directly related to the physical manifestations that you're creating. So it's almost like you can't create these outer things that you want to manifest until you've healed this. And that could be for many reasons. That could be because there might be something that needs to shift in your frequency to be able to align with what it is that you really want. Or it could be something like it's like for the greater good. Like you needed to heal this so that when you do manifest these outer things, you're able to fully embrace them. You're able to feel a part of them, connected to them. You're able to feel the joy of receiving them, the gratitude of receiving them. Like maybe it's just something that you needed to heal so that when you do get to this place, you can be fully embodied in it. If you aren't healed, but yet you create your dream life, and internally you're feeling icky, or you're feeling like burdened, or your mental health is out of whack, or, you feel heartbroken, or whatever it may be, you can't enjoy what you've created. So what was the point? It just really feels like this holistic manifestation that's been going on internally. So I just want to put your heart and mind at ease that this is all putting like creating this for you. This is all creating your bigger vision and intentions. The internal and the external go hand in hand. Okay. So, and then what I was mentioning earlier, that went on a whole tangent, but what I was mentioning earlier with this mischief and romance, and there's this feeling of the next phase of your life being more connected to life and being more explorative, and like being able to express yourself a little more and have fun, be light, because it's that feeling of when you're a teenager or when you're young and you don't, like the weight of the real world. And some people, have had to deal with the weight of the real world when they're young, but a lot of us kind of didn't really realize until we were in our late 20s or mid 20s that life is heavy, and being an adult is heavy, and this world is wounded, and there's a lot that comes with with living as a human being on earth. And it is that feeling of when you're young and you just trust, you just literally, you think everything's fine. There's nothing to worry about. There are no responsibilities on my shoulders. I am free. Maybe your mental health hasn't been ruined yet. Stuff like that. It's like, I'm free, I'm light, I'm carefree, I'm having fun, I'm meeting new people. Like life is about fun and freedom and exploration. And it's like that element coming back into your spirit and you living into that once again. But this time it's here to stay. And this time it's just like, it's a more true version of it. And it's a deeper part of who, it's coming from a deeper place. And it's coming from a more protected and rooted and loved place. And it's safe. It's much safer. And it's purposeful. Like in a way, like you living in your joy and in your light is spreading that, like making others feel safe to live in their joy and in their light. And it's just beautiful. It's really purposeful. However, whatever work you've done to get to yourself to this place, even if it doesn't feel like this energy is quite here yet, you've done an amazing job, and you've really done the work, and you've really gotten yourself to solid ground. And I just want to confirm that for you, even if it doesn't feel like it. So, and if it doesn't feel like it, I just want to have you take a deep breath and confirm it for yourself. Just intend and know, okay, I've gotten myself to solid ground. I've done the work. I know I'm safe. Everything's going to be okay from here on out. And now I can start learning to embody that safety. Now I can start training my nervous system to embrace that sense of safety, because I don't have to, work on those deeper, heavier things anymore. I don't have to come. They're not going to be. It's not. I've healed them. I've healed that. What's the word? Like, I'm imagining like blood vessels or like roots, but up into like an ancestral line. It's kind of like a feeling of I've healed that branch. That I guess it does feel almost like ancestral healing. Like I've healed that part of me, and in turn I've healed that line through my ancestry that I had inherited, and it's forever healed. My ancestry line is forever healed, and no person that comes after me, even if it's not my own child, but no person, like, it's like breaking a curse in a way. It feels like a curse has been broken, and it's healed so many people, and people who aren't even necessarily in your bloodline, if that makes sense. Like spiritual kin, or people who've been affected by that type of energy. Like what you did created, like it was courageous, and it broke a huge cycle for humanity. For a portion of humanity, or even the whole. Of course, we're all connected, so it is ultimately the whole of humanity, but it's only going to ripple out deeper and deeper and deeper. So good job. Good job. I mean, amazing. Let's get into the tarot. This is fun. I almost didn't do this reading. Like, I've been getting really motivated to do more readings lately, and more in-depth, the pick a card ones. And like part of me, like I've been kind of, and this might actually be relevant to you. I've been kind of like planning my life around the energy patterns that I've had in the past. Okay, I have enough energy to do, 2 pick a card readings per week. And then for me, I've like take the week of my period off. So like, I'm like, I try to like go with my cycles. And then lately, I don't know what it is, but I'm getting a lot of empowerment and a lot of energy flow coming in. And I just feel like I have a lot of energy. And I'm going to have a lot of energy. So, this could be a message for you as well, like coming out of a healing journey that you've been on, or coming out of, maybe a lot of your energy has been going into confronting these heavier things. And maybe you've wondered why you haven't had energy to do other things that you've wanted to do, like this manifestation journey. And now maybe it feels like especially with this mischief card, it's like, I almost want to read from the deck real quick from that mischief card. It's giving like I'm about to get into some shit, like, for fun. Like, I don't know, like, okay, let me see. It looks like 24. Again, another 4, if that's right. No, that is, yeah, IV, that's 4. So another 4. Like, you've just you're secure. You're good to go. You've done the work. You're done. You're done with the work. It's time to move on. The marten and foxglove represents the archetypal trickster, the lighthearted mischief maker, the lover of chaos and spontaneity. Martens are a type of weasel known for their curiosity, quick movements, and occasional aggression. Romanian folklore tells of martens playing tricks on horses, braiding their manes in the night so they wake up to a tangled mess of hair in the morning. And foxgloves are said to be the homes of fairies, another elusive and mischievous creature. For this reason, they are associated with riddles and secrecy. Upright, pay attention to opportunities for spontaneity, travel, and playfulness. A bit of lighthearted mischief, so long as it doesn't hurt anyone, can be healthy. Reverse, beware of others' dishonesty. A trick or scam may be afoot. Do I embrace spontaneity? Can I learn to let go and make room in my life for more adventure? Yeah, there's a new energy coming in for you. You're about to have fun in your life and explore and be free. Come on in, wanna girl. Yeah, I know. He's my girl. Alright, so I just let my kitty in. Her name is Winnie, and here she comes. Okay, wait for it. Come on up. There she is. Alright, you want to be in the... Maybe she doesn't want to make an appearance. She's just on my lap, but... Oh, yeah. Okay. But yeah, you're about to enter into a phase of your life. And this doesn't have to be like imminent. It just feels like there's this, yeah, with romance, like the romance of life and allowing yourself to be romanced by beauty and by the spontaneity energy, like exploration. Yeah, so there might be travel in some of your future. I feel like that's been mentioned. Yeah, so okay. All right. What do we need to hear on this beautiful evening? Alrighty, so we have the 5 of Swords, the Lovers, and the Lovers is touching this romance card. So this is a very ripe time for romance and for a deepening of intimacy, a deepening of connection. It's like this feeling of this is a good time, like you'll be in a good energy to attract soulmates, to attract people who feel safe in a good way. People who feel like you can be, like you're comfortable to be yourself. You've got the 2 of Pentacles, and 2 of Pentacles is about juggling responsibilities, but I really feel like with that energy I was picking up on of like more energy coming in for you and you just having more vitality. It's feeling, especially with ginseng is about vitality. Oh, I really love this actually. Kava Kava is a calming herb and ginseng is an uplifting and energizing herb. So I feel like balance, there's a really strong message of balance here. And today was the eclipse in Libra, which is about balance. So I think that makes sense for this energy. 2 of Pentacles is about balance, like balancing responsibilities. And your energy feels amazing. Trust that you have all the energy you need to achieve your goals and to be connected to your community, be connected to your life in general, and to not be drained. Like there's this just extra vitality coming in for you. 3 of Swords, interesting. I had a feeling, that's weird. I had a feeling the 7 of Swords, the mischief card was coming up, or was making me think of that. The Marten. 10 of Swords, okay. I think I want to pull one more. Hopefully there's room. Aww, I'm glad I did. We got the Ten of Cups. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck, amazing, we have the Empress. I don't have room on the screen for it, but it's off to the right, and I'm keeping it in mind over here. So what's coming through is this incredible strength to overcome. With the Five of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. So what's coming through is the amount of strength and fortitude that you've gained. So it feels very much like I'm on the other side of this, right? We're on the other side of a deep, like, dark healing journey. We're on the other side of something that was harrowing, basically. Something that took all the courage in the world to confront. And on this other side, we are standing firm with 2 feet on the ground, rooted in who we are, feeling connected and fortified in our bodies, fortified in our worth and our goodness and the love that we exist as in this world. And very much with this Three of Swords card, this is a really beautiful Three of Swords card. I'm going to show you. So there are teardrops in the card, and there is like this whirlpool or this universe or this hurricane looking thing in the hands and the 3 swords inside of it. And it very much is giving this vibe of this experience, while it was painful or maybe even confusing, like with that hurricane energy, it has proven to cleanse our soul, cleanse our energy, cleanse our bodies, cleanse our perspective and our connectedness to who we are, our sense of our connectedness to who we are. It's this feeling of a soul cleansing that has taken place. And now that we're on the other side of it, we see more clearly why it had to happen, because we are more embodied more deeply into the goodness of our being, and the energies that needed to be purged were always going to get in the way of us feeling safe and feeling free and feeling, it feels very like this is a root chakra, sacral chakra, like a primal healing that has happened, and a feeling of connectedness to who you are, and safety in who you are, and safety in the community, safety in the human family. And yes, on the other side of this, we feel like what we went through, while it might have been overwhelming or scary, it was this feeling of, or it is this feeling of, it feels small now. It feels like I'm so much bigger than the thing that I processed. I'm so much bigger than the pain. I'm so much bigger than the self-doubt, the negative energies that I was presented with. Like, we feel like, and this sounds kind of weird, but like we've swallowed it whole, and like it's like we've digested it and our bodies like purged it out, and now we're all cleansed and healed. It feels like ancestral healing. It's like it keeps going down the line until someone finally just confronts it and deals and processes it, and then and lets it go. And it's very being like connected to the physical body. Like the imagery that I'm getting is very much connected to the physical body, and like elimination, how the body eliminates and processes and digests things. So it's almost like you ate that thing right up, digest it, let your body and your being do its thing to like I don't even know what the word would be like, but digest it, you know, like deconstruct it. But yeah, it just feels like you've overcome and you're on the other side, and your sense of feeling like capable to confront the world and to serve the world just from your own life experience, your own healing journey, your feeling of feeling grounded and safe enough to give back to the world, and to not feel like that would ever throw you off, just to know like, and there's also this strong grounded sense of purpose that's coming along with this. Just feels like there's just been this huge fortification in your life, and who you've become and who you are now on the other side of it is the person that is capable and ready to fulfill their mission on life and to create the life that they are called to create in a holistic, beautiful way. So it's very much like, I love that the Ten of Cups and the Lovers are here, because it's feeling like co-creation with other beings in this world, especially since we did have community. We've got romance, and then we've got commune over here. It's really giving like supportiveness, like people coming together to work together on a common goal, or people coming together to support you and your vision, and people who believe in you and your vision and who are helping you to implement that. So beautiful. And it just feels like you feel more prepared than you've ever felt. You feel safer to do it than you've ever felt. You feel more capable, more qualified, if qualified is even a thing. Like, you feel more ready. You just feel ready to do whatever it is you're called to do. And like I mentioned, all that energy coming in, it does feel like you have the energy to do it. It feels like your boundaries are much more fortified. Like your energy is much more fortified. Like, it's not like you don't have energy leaks like you used to, or you're just more grounded and embodied in your vision, and nothing can stop you now. So beautiful. So with the Empress being here, I'm going to bring her right over here. And then also the Eight of Swords was under there. And I do want to bring that out. And lots of swords energy. We must have really been going through a mental battle in this past phase. But with the Eight of Swords, I love this because, especially in this card, this woman, she's blindfolded, she's stuck in the swords, and then there's like these hands reaching out that took one of the swords away, so that it's like, here, like, I've freed you, I've opened up the path for you to leave, but she hasn't yet like seen that opening. There is a message here about recognizing that you've always been free and not feeling attached to any mindsets or patterning that tells you haven't been. I can see how, having gone through a heavier journey of healing, or just a heavier life process, or just like events happening in your life that have been hard to deal with, like a feeling of, well, if I've been free this whole time, then why did I have to go through all of that? Like, if I've just finally come to this reality of like, oh my God, I've been free this whole time, my soul's been free this whole time, well then what the fuck was that, kind of thing. It's okay to embrace the newfound freedom and to find acceptance and love for what you went through, and know that there's purpose in it, even if you don't understand just yet what that is. Part of finding the purpose in what you went through might be this releasing and letting go, and like moving on when you haven't fully, like, you don't have a full understanding of why just yet. it feels like the letting go is a part of the process of finding that why. Like you really need to let go of it and be more detached from it and just embrace this new freedom, like embrace what you're being offered now, so that in the future, when you're in the more free space, it's like you're going to be able to be standing from higher ground to look down on what you went through and just to see it from a new perspective. But you can't get to that new perspective until you just let go and you move on. So there might be some attachment energies still going on to this old way, or just like trying to like the patterning you've been in around digesting and dissecting it and releasing it. That's not needed anymore. Like you're done. It really very much feels like finality. And you just learning this new way, learning how to feel safe in safety. And it just feels like that's your new mission now, is to regulate your nervous system and learn how to feel safe in the freedom that you're now experiencing. And then the understanding will come later. Just trust in that. Have the courage to let go. And then with the Empress here, I mean, the Empress is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. One of the most beautiful cards in the whole deck. It's about abundance. It's about fertility, love. It's about connectedness to nature, connectedness to our bodies, feeling safe in our bodies. It's this feeling of you've always had everything you needed. You've always lived in abundance. You've always had all the resources at your fingertips. You've always had the ability to manifest all the resources you've needed. You've always been free to go where you please. You've always been free. And the only thing that's held you back from existing in that freedom is your own mentality and your own limiting beliefs, and also the process that you had to go through. Like, not that held you back, but it was just part of your journey that was absolutely 100% necessary. Like we mentioned earlier, where you needed to process those things so that like when you're in the new phase, you can fully embrace it. There's purpose here. There's purpose in all of it. And it's true, you've always been free. It almost feels like there's this hard pill to swallow of like, I've always been free. I've always been able to attract what I've wanted to attract, or manifest what I've wanted to manifest, because like, it feels like it's just a mentality that's been holding you back. That's literally it. But maybe in some way it served you. You know, you've been on this heavier journey, and maybe you needed to be held in this place in order to give yourself that time and energy and space to deal. And once you can move on from that, that's when you can feel safe enough to embrace this sense of freedom and this knowing that I've been free all along. It just really feels like whatever you've been going through has been this necessary healing. So don't worry about it. Like, don't worry about any detours you've taken, or if you feel like you've slowed yourself down. Everything is as it should be. And don't worry about if you have to let go of mentalities that have been holding your life together. And then embrace the new ones that kind of make you feel stupid for living in the old limited patterning before. It's okay. Like, be humble about it. Like, let your ego just have a little bit of it. Like, yeah, like, it's almost like your ego holding you in a past place because it doesn't want to admit it was wrong the whole time. So it's okay. It's okay to admit you were wrong, and to move on and to live in a different, basically, reality. So yeah. What's another card, please? Oh, I love this as well. So this is an extra card in the Star Seeker Tarot deck. It's an extra major arcana. It's the only one, and it's number 22, which is my favorite number. I was born on the 22nd, and it's a beautiful, powerful number that to me represents home and authenticity and power. And it is the womb. So this is giving me like chrysalis and butterfly vibes. This is giving me like you've been being nurtured in this womb, and I'm getting emotional. This part of you that is safe, feels safe to exist in this light and in this goodness and in this freedom, has always been there and has never left your being. And she's just been like hiding off in the safety of her little cocoon in her womb, and now she's going to be safe. And it's like, that's interesting, like thinking of like the 9 months of a cycle of and then like the baby's finally healthy and strong enough to be born and be outside of the womb. And that's kind of the vibe here. That part of you has always been there, and she's just been held safe in a pocket of your being until the time comes that she does feel safe, and you've gotten yourself to a point of security and safety that that part of you does feel safe to exist. She, he, they, whatever like pronouns make sense to you for this part of your being. They feel safe enough to now exist in the light and in the world, in the physical world. It's scary in this world, but now they feel safe to be here. And yeah, like there's just so much light and adventure and new beautiful souls in the future, and new, like just a whole new journey ahead of you. And you have so much purpose and so much light and so much power backing you, and you're gonna have all the resources you need and all the people to support you that believe in you and believe in your vision and believe in who you are. So trust in who you are and where you're going, and it's time to move on. It's time to let go, and don't focus on the fears or the negativity. Focus on the feelings of safety and trust, and focus on the deepening into your light, and that will get you to where you need to be. And regulating your nervous system to feel safe in this new energy. So, all right, I think that is your message. I'm going to edit it because I feel like I spaced out a lot during it. So hopefully it's nice and succinct for you when you get to listen to it. I'm going to try to get it up by tomorrow. So that would be on the 3rd, October 3rd. So I hope I can, and I hope that's the day you're seeing it. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. Again, if you want to check out my Patreon, there's a link down below. I've got a few other ways that you can support me or be supported by me. You can like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. I've got some really cute merchandise. I'm telling you, it's really cute, if I do say so myself. It is this bee and flowers logo that I kind of helped co-create with this Ukrainian artist. And on all of the merchandise, the phrase "Hello, lovely human" is on there as well. So it's like sweatshirts, t-shirts, tote bags, mugs, and notebooks. And then also I have another YouTube channel. It's called Soul Hearken. It is my heart and soul in video form. It is my creative expression, and it is the part of me that is my long-term vision, and using that form of that outlet. I'm really excited to see where that goes. But as far as me making income, it's this tarot. And then the other one, I don't want to put pressure on. I just want to let it become what it becomes. So you're really supporting me in any way you can to just help my channel. I'd really appreciate it. My vision is to make a living off of my tarot channel and all of the extra things I'm offering through tarot. I offer these I call them the infinite prayer. They are energy healing blessings, Reiki blessings, basically. And within them, within the newer ones especially, I've been doing guided visualization. They are extended off of the readings, but if you feel called to any of them, it doesn't matter if the reading resonated or not. If you feel called to the actual infinite prayer session, go ahead and try that as well. There are links down below for that. Those are sold within my Patreon. You don't have to be a member of my Patreon to get access to those though. But yeah, those are there as well. And then anything else? Did I cover everything? My merchandise, Patreon, infinite prayer. If you want to leave me a tip or buy me a coffee, there's a link down below for that. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much for being here. So appreciative of your presence and just so honoring of your presence. Thank you.